Just appreciate you guys on a Monday, being here. I thought, again, great environment, and our crowd is always awesome. Coach Mason, I think he does a fantastic job. I think they play hard. They're the second leading rebounding team in the country, especially offensive. We talked about it for a bunch of days. We didn't do a great job in that area, but we also forced 23 turnovers in the game, held them to 40 points. But he does a good job, and give him a couple more years. That St. Peter's team's going to be good, and defensively, too, they're real good. And they hold the ball for the whole shot clock, too. So kind of a different style. I tell our guys our non-conference prepares us for a lot of games. You got to, guard Wisconsin's actions for 30 seconds. This game will help us for those kind of games. And these guys did a great job. I thought Noah was fantastic in practice, locked in this week. Held their leading scorer to 0 points. Cliff, obviously, when he plays like that, he's 4 blocks, rebounds, runs the floor. Was a real presence for us. But good team win, and we obviously have Illinois top 25 team coming in, to Jersey Mike. So we're gonna have to keep getting better.
Steve, I want to ask you about a particular play. Noah had a turnover, and then he runs 94 feet the other way and swats Latrell Reed at the rim. What do you think of that play as far as a hustle play, a leadership play that you want to see from your point guard?
First of all, I think he's been cheating us because he's a shot blocker, too. I didn't know that. No, Noah's been really – I'm just telling you guys, he's just been a great addition. He's tough. He's a veteran guy. That was an awesome play. And his energy to get back into it, but his energy all night. Reed is a really good guard, and he kind of controls everything for St. Pete's. And he was, on his heels, and he was on his ankles the whole game and just did a really good job. And then when he got tired, J. Mike jumped in, and then Derek jumped in. But, those kind of plays just bring great energy to to our team and to the arena. And, he's going to continue to make plays like that. He's a really good player, so I'm very thankful he's here.
Brian? Steve, you mentioned the 23 turnovers. You guys have turned teams turned teams over a lot here in these 5-game stretch at home. Where do you feel like you guys are defensively, and how well do you think that will translate in this big 3-game stretch upcoming?
Yeah, every game's big. Our defense is good. We have a lot of different defenses. This team is very athletic. Our guards do a really good job in the formations that we have, and we don't have the best defender in the country back yet either. So, pleased with us. I thought we could get to 80 today. We got to 71. It's not where we want to be, but, the way they play and the way they, have the ball for the entire shot clock kind of shortens the game. And then when you give them second shots, they run another 20 seconds off the clock. So, we got to continue to get better. That's one thing this group has done, and they've done a great job, Cliff and the veterans, Andre, of the scouting report. And we did another really good job of taking away some of the things that they really like to do. And so I'm real pleased with the way these guys are learning and the way they practice. So, better days ahead for us. And obviously, having Austin back today, too. You see him and what he can bring to us. He's really talented. So just got to keep getting healthy and keep getting better. That's cool.
Coach, in the first half, I think it was 3 fast break points for your team, and I know it's a big component of it. But in the second half, you were able to open it up a lot more, and you were able to double up St. Peter's in the second half. What did you do to improve the pace?
Yeah, that's kind of more the good job that they did. They kind of shortened the game, and they kind of got back, defensively. And you have such an anxiety to rebound that everyone's trying to get to the basketball, so that hurts your fast break too a little bit. But we're a good fast break team, but there's going to be teams that don't just allow you to do that all the time. And glad we got out in the second half, got some stops, got some rebounds, and we were able to do it. But we ran good stuff in the half court too, and they take you out of your stuff too. So just keep getting better.
Steve, regarding the 23 turnovers, you guys were also able to turn them into 25 points. What does that say about your guys' ability to turn turnovers into points?
Yeah, this group really passes the ball too. And the fact that we had 7 turnovers today is a huge, because we started off the year turning the ball over, at a high rate. And so they learn from it. They're doing a better job in practice. They're taking pride in what they do. And the less turnovers you have, the more turnovers you can create for the other team, gives you free baskets, gets you to the free throw line. we did that today.
Chris?
Coach, Cliff Amore got more involved offensively as the game went on with some big dunks and some made shots. What did you make of how his offensive game evolved as the game went on?
Cliff's good. And when he's focused and locked in, he didn't have foul trouble tonight, too, in a game that they created a lot of fouls. He's doing a really, really good job of getting good low post position. And then he went for some offensive rebounds, too, which is huge for us. But, Cliff needs to be involved. He was one of the best big guys in the country. And, when he's at his peak, he's a problem for people.
Back left, Patrick.
Coach,
and Brian.
at this point, as you sharpen for the season, how close are you to your identity of what you really want to be?
Yeah, I mean, without having a National Defensive Player of the Year candidate, these guys are figuring it out. We got a lot of new pieces, so. But I like this team. We get better, and that's all I could say. It's always a journey when you take over, and games aren't played in the paper or on computers. Like, these are real live. You got to make shots. You got to make plays. You got to understand how to play on double teams. We have different screen coverages. You got to live through it. And so I love living through this part with my team, and I love improving. And this team has been good at studying, and taking what we're trying to teach and really, really learning from it. So I think we can get a lot better in all areas, and I do think we're an 80-point team, and we're going to get there. We got close today, but the game was a little bit shorter, on that end of the floor because they did run. I don't know. We probably had 4 or 5 shot clock violations, so they went every, and then we had a couple where it got to 1.8 seconds and we fouled, and so there were a lot of those kind of possessions. But this team could be really good, and they keep improving.
Brian?
Good days ahead.
Steve, you talk about how this team has gotten better. I saw a noticeable improvement from the first half to the second half. I mean, it just seemed like you got out really slow out of the gate to start the game. Second half was not like that. These two guys, Cliff, Noah, really gave the team a spark. And what was said at halftime, or what was done to make those adjustments?
Well, me quite honest, other than the rebound in the first half, we were working. And we didn't get off to a great start, but they didn't score either. So it was rather go into that media timeout at 0-0 or something than down 8-2. And St. Pete's does a really good job. One of the better defensive teams, statistically in the country, and Bosch does a really good job on that end of the floor, 2 of them. So I'm glad in the second half we came out and we really did a good job. We kind of adjusted, our attack the rim kind of game plan. And we got Cliff the ball involved early, and Derek got downhill, and Noah got downhill, and took advantage of the defense that they were playing.
Jerry and then Ellis.
Noah, how much better has this team gotten in 3 weeks since the opener, and what do you think is the biggest reason for that?
I think just everybody's kind of togetherness, and everybody, our relationships, when everybody enjoys being around each other, it's easier, to come in every day and get better. And I think that's a, great thing, and I'm fortunate for that on this team, for sure.
Ellis?
Derek Simpson seemed to give your offense a jolt early on when it was struggling. What did you see from his performance all around today?
I mean, Derek's getting better. I mean, he's making shots, which I knew he could always do, and he's aggressive to the rim. But most importantly, his defense is getting better, and that generates some offense too for him. So Derek's important. All our guards are important. All our bigs are important. And his improvement is going to be very important. Moving forward here.
Sure.
Steve, I want to ask you about the next game. Illinois comes here.
Yes.
What have you seen from them so far, and what is this? How ready is this team for that Big Ten opener, you think?
Yeah, I mean, Illinois is the top 25 ranked team. They always seem to be every time we play. We're one of the most physical teams in the conference. He's a great coach. They got Coleman Hawkins. They got guys that can play. Shannon. I mean, it's going to be a really, tough physical basketball game, and we got to spend the next few days getting prepared for it.
Last one, Brian.
Heading into that big game, big stretch, just how close is Mawad? Is he closer to playing? Just where is he at?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he's very close, but yeah, when he tells me he's ready, he's ready. So he's been good, and when he's ready, he'll be ready. It'll be nice to have him whenever that is.
Thanks, guys.
Guys, appreciate you coming. Thanks so much. Good job, my man.
Yep.